Greetings and welcome to my channel. Before we begin, please go ahead and click the like, subscribe, and notification bell. You can quite easily find a pregnancy strip in the market for around $5. But that does not mean you always have access to a pregnancy strip. There are situations where you just cannot tell whether you missed your period or is it just another false alarm. But you can now tell quite easily with sugar whether you are pregnant or not. The best thing about sugar pregnancy test is that it is super cheap, highly accessible, and everyone on the internet seems to be loving it. So let's dig into the deets about the sugar pregnancy test. What exactly is the sugar pregnancy test? A sugar pregnancy test, first of all, is not a legitimate medical test, but it does have some research that backs it up. You can call it more of a DIY method to tell you instantly whether you are pregnant or not. The test got particularly famous on the internet when a few famous influencers swore by its effectiveness. And there are a lot of people who claim that these tests work even better than most cheap pregnancy strips. So, the sugar pregnancy test has a logic behind it. Basically, what sugar does is that it detects a pregnancy hormone in your urine. This pregnancy hormone is gonadotropin, and if it is present, the sugar would indicate that you certainly are pregnant. How does sugar pregnancy test work? The procedure. The actual procedure of this pregnancy test is pretty hassle-free because all you need is sugar. So you just need to take a couple of spoons of white sugar. Make sure you put it in a sterilized or at least clean bowl. Now, you need to wait for the morning. As soon as you wake up in the morning, do not eat anything and go for urination. During urination, collect your urine sample in a small bottle or container. Make sure that the bottle is sterilized or washed twice because if any gunk is left, it can alter the results too. So, pour your bottled urine directly over the sugar and wait for a while. The results normally take around 1 to 2 minutes, but you would be able to see whether the sugar is clumping or not. If the sugar dissolves in urine without any problem, it means you are not pregnant at all. But if you notice clumps of sugar in the container, it means your urine has gonadotropin hormone, and chances of your pregnancy are very high. Though the procedure of sugar pregnancy test is easier than strip test, there is not much scientific evidence backing this method up, but those who have tried it swear by it. According to the advocates of this method, the clumping in sugar occurs because of the gonadotropin hormone, and it does make sense though. Is sugar pregnancy test actually accurate? The sugar pregnancy test is loved by people around the globe and is the first choice of most people because it gives you the earliest results. While for testing on the pregnancy strip, you need to wait for a couple of weeks for accurate results. The sugar pregnancy test is not given a clean chit by the leading health organizations because it is not that accurate. There is not a lot of evidence backing up this test, and there are so many factors that could alter the results. The sugar pregnancy test is more or less like any DIY stuff you do, as it has 50-50 chances of working. But when it comes to pregnancy, you cannot really take a risk, so it is better to go for a legitimate pregnancy test instead of sugar and salt ones.